गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीर यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितानेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। अजानुलम्बितभुजो कनकावदातो संकीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षो विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो वन्दे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य नित्यानन्दो सहोदितो गौडोदये पुष्पवन्तो चित्रो शम्दो तमोनुदो आराध्यो भगवान् ब्रजेशतनय तद्धाम वृन्दावनं रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधुवर्गेण या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमपुमार्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरो न परा। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्री राधा माधव अष्टसखी वृंद की जय। श्री श्री पंचतत्व की जय। प्रहलाद नरसिंह देव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। इस्कान प्रतिष्ठाताचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. We are happy to see you. And thank you for joining us in this Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, the recitation of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So today we read from Canto 3, Chapter 24, text number 13. Yes? Also today is Disappearance Day of Srila Gaur Kishore, not Gaur, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki. So we will certainly recite Bhagavatam, make some comments, and then would like to have some time spared, certainly, for remembering Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj on the occasion of his disappearance day today. Okay, and then let's see what else we could cover. And all this in not much time. So please repeat. Etāvatī śuśrūṣā kāryā pitari putrakaiḥ bāḍham anumanyeta gauraveṇa guror vacaḥ. Okay. One Prabhu, one Mataji. One. Or all of you together, all Matajis together. Let's go. Etāvatī, to this extent, eva, exactly, śuśrūṣā, service, kāryā, ought to be rendered, pitari, to the father, putrakaiḥ, by the sons, bāḍham, accepting, yes sir, anumanyeta, he should obey, gauraveṇa, with due deference, guroḥ, of the guru, vacaḥ, commands. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sons ought to render service to their father exactly to this extent. One should obey the command of his father or spiritual master with due deference, saying, yes sir. Purport. Two words in this verse are very important. One word is pitari and another word is guroḥ. The son or disciple should accept the words of his spiritual master and father without hesitation. Whatever father and spiritual master order should be taken without argument. Yes. There should be no instance in which the disciple or son says, this is not correct, I cannot carry it out. When he says that, he is fallen. The father and the spiritual master are on the same platform because a spiritual master is second father. The higher classes are called dvija, twice born. Whenever there is a question of birth, there must be a father. The first birth is made possible by the actual father, and the second birth is made possible by the spiritual master. Sometimes the father and spiritual master may be the same man, and sometimes they are different men. In any case, the order of the father or order of the spiritual master must be carried out without hesitation, with an immediate yes. There should be no argument. That is real service to father and to spiritual master. Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura has stated that the order of the spiritual master is life and soul of the disciples. As a man cannot separate his life from his body, a disciple cannot separate the order of his spiritual master from his life. If a disciple follows the instruction of the spiritual master in that way, he is sure to become perfect. This is confirmed in Upaniṣads. The import of the Vedic instruction is revealed automatically only to one who has implicit faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead and in his spiritual master. One may be materially considered an illiterate man, but if he has faith in spiritual master as well as in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then meaning of the scriptural revelation is immediately manifest before him. End of the purport. Hare Krishna. So this statement is from Brahmaji, and is pleased with Kardam Muni, and hence he's appreciating his work and duties, and with that comes this general statement also from Brahma, how sons and spiritual masters or in some cases he says the spiritual master and the father could be the same person, and their orders should be followed with no hesitation. Word used here is gauraveṇa, guror vacaḥ. With due deference, gauraveṇa. You see the verse has disappeared. But I'm sure you have made the mental notes. So gauraveṇa, polite respect. I found out some meaning of this deference. What is this deference? Polite respect or submission to another's opinion is deference, and that is gauraveṇa. That is how instructions of spiritual master as well as father, who is also spiritual master. We could also, I'll not add, or elders, superiors, or sadhus, acharyas, and shastras should be followed like that, gauraveṇa, with due deference, with polite respect, submission to their opinion. At least one time Prabhupada said that, I can't say when, where, or the whole context, but if the spiritual master says, disciple or dear disciple, jump, disciple should not say, why? Instead he should say, how high? You want me to jump? So that's the mood. And this has been demonstrated by this kind of mood by Lord Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Similar. Sevaya, gauraveṇa. You approach pranipatena. Pranipat means approaching or submitting unto the spiritual master. And there could be pariprashna, some dialogue, questions and answers. You're allowed to raise questions. But this all has to be done in the mood of sevaya, sevaya. From word seva comes sevaya. It becomes many words like that. From kripa comes kripaya. Or even from Radha comes Radhaya. So, submissive attitude and obedience is highly recommended. Arjun. The very beginning of, well, that's where the dialogue kind of began. Bhagavad Gita is a samvad dialogue, as well. Gita is also called Gitopanishad, right? Gitopanishad. And Upanishads means upa. You sit at the feet of the spiritual master and become atato brahma jigyasu, and you inquire. All the Upanishads are like that. Questions, answer, question, answer. Pariprashna in all the Upanishads. So, same style, if we could say that, is followed in Bhagavad Gita. Hence, Bhagavad Gita is also called Upanishad or Gitopanishad. So here, Arjun, Shishyaste aham shadhimam tvam prapannam, is submitting himself unto. Well, for him, Krishna is the spiritual master. Krishnam vande jagat gurum. Original spiritual master is the Lord. Krishnam vande jagat gurum. I am becoming your disciple. Disciple means discipline. Please instruct me. Well, he said that in the same statement, towards the end of that statement. But see his mood. He has said, Karpanya dosho upahata svabhava. I am become kind of miserly, low-minded. Hence, dharma vimudha chetasaha prachami tvam dharma visammudha chetaha. I am not now able to determine what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma, what is adharma. So now I am approaching you for becoming your disciple. Please instruct me and tell me what is best for me. Yasriyashat bruhi tan me. So here also we very much feel the mood, submissive mood of Arjun, and he's admitting, and I'm bewildered. There's no mood of challenge and opposition or. When there was a dialogue, another dialogue, between Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prakashanand Saraswati in Varanasi. There was going to be possibly a debate. So in the very beginning, of course, they were all criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What kind of sannyasi is he? It's just sentimental. Kopinavanta khalu bhagyavanta Vedanta vakkeshu sada ramantaha. Look at us, the sannyasis of Mayavad, Advaita order. Our needs are not much needs. Kopinavanta, we just wear kopin, just few clothes and little eating. But we are absorbed in Vedanta. Vedanta vakkeshu sada ramantaha. Ramantaha. We're always busy, absorbed in study of Vedanta. Why is this sannyasi not doing so? So hence, this get-together is happening. So in the very beginning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Guru more, murkha dekhi, karila shashan. My spiritual master considered me a fool. It's a fool. And then he instructed me. What was the instruction? We'll go back there again. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nastaiva, Nastaiva. Of course, Nimai was known for his Panditya. He was Nimai Pandit. He defeated even Keshav Kashmiri, who was Digvijayi. He had defeated all the scholars all over India, comes here. He certainly had a challenging mood. So Nimai was certainly not a fool. But because we, the fools, we don't admit we being the fools, so he's just giving us idea. This is how one should think himself in front of spiritual master. I'm just a fool. Prabhupada said so many times. He repeated this. In front of the spiritual master, I'm just a fool. And I just accept the orders and follow them submissively. Now Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Sri Rangam, Haribol. Because you are sleeping, this is me. I don't allow. At least try. Sleeping is not allowed. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Sri Rangam, and there in the temple, he noticed there was one person, and he was supposed to be coming from Brahmin family, but not very literate, not Pandit at all. He was not Vidwan or knowledgeable. But he used to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, not Chaitanya, Bhagavad Gita, because I'm reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Read Bhagavad Gita every day, Devalaye asi kare Gita avarthan. So this illiterate Brahmin is to come to the temple and recite Bhagavad Gita. Ashtadasha adhyaya pade ananda aveshe. And while reciting Bhagavad Gita, he used to exhibit all the symptoms of devotion and ecstasy and Ashuddha padena loka kare upahas. But he was not very learned. He was not even able to pronounce the verses of Bhagavad Gita properly, correctly. As a result, the others, very learned, from South India, from Sri Rangam, full of Brahmins, very learned. And so they used to make fun of him. What? Stop it. Go away. Upahas. Keha hase, keha ninde, taha nahi mane. But this Brahmin, he was just oblivious to all these surroundings. I don't know how to be oblivious to all these sounds for me. Avistaya Gita pade anandita mane pulak ashru kampasveda yavata patan. While he would be reciting Bhagavad Gita, the tears are gliding down. His body is trembling, he is perspiring, and like that, on and on. All these symptoms will be very much visible. Dekhi anandita haila Mahaprabhu Raman. Mahaprabhu used to watch him from a distance, this Brahmin reciting Bhagavad Gita. But one day, Mahaprabhu could not resist the temptation, you could say. He went closer to this Brahmin and said, Mahaprabhu puchila tare shuna mahashay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hey, my dear Brahmin, kona artha jani tomara yeta sukha hoy. While reciting Bhagavad Gita, what kind of joy and happiness you are experiencing, or what is your experience while you recite this Bhagavad Gita? Viprakaiḥ, same thing. Now, Brahman is going to say, see what he's going to say. Murkha ami, I am just a fool. Shabdartha na jani, even difficult for me to understand the word meaning and the pronunciation. Shuddha Shuddha Gita padi, Guru Agya mani. That's the point. I recite, how I recite. I don't know much. Word meaning, Sanskrit, grammar, shiksha, the pronunciation, etc. But I'm doing this just because my spiritual master has asked me to read Bhagavad Gita. You should read Bhagavad Gita. That instruction of my spiritual master I'm following. You see the connection there? And then let us hear what he has to say. What is he experiencing while reciting Bhagavad Gita? Arjunera rathe Krishna haya rajudhar. He said that while I am reading Bhagavad Gita, I see in front of me Krishna seated in a chariot. He is holding ropes, reins of the horses. And Basiya chetate jena shamala sundar. Yeah, he's seeing the Lord as he's reciting Bhagavad Gita. Arjunera kahilena hita upadesh tare dekhi hoya moro ananda avesh. And he's also experiencing Krishna. There's some kind of book in printout of the verses, but while reciting those, he's transported to Kurukshetra, and he thinks he is there. And as if he's hearing that dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, and whatever else is happening as a result, which is visible to you, O Mahaprabhu. Spiritual master and father could be the same person. That's one point that Prabhupada has made in the Purport. So there are several examples. The glaring example, of course, is Brahma and Narada. Narada is son of Brahma, as well as he is what? Disciple of Brahma also. Right? You remember? Then Rishabdev, and he has how many sons? 100. And what about us? We are not his sons. Rishabdev is his Lord. But in that Leela, that manifest Leela, he had only 100 sons. But otherwise, everyone is a son of the Lord, right? We even sing that song. Tvameva mata, pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu sakha tvameva. You are the one. You are, oh Lord, you are our Father. Oh Lord, you are our Mother. You are our spiritual master. You are all in all. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva is all in all. Means all kinds of relationships he could have with the devotees. He could be their father, he could be their spiritual master, he could be this one, that one. So Narad Muni had approached, well, at the beginning of the age of Kali, oh, my dear father and spiritual master, new age is about to commence, or it is already has been inaugurated, and I'm a preacher, so I have to preach, give instructions, relevant instructions, relevant to this age. So what should be my message? What should I ask everyone to do? He's consulting. And Brahma said, yeah, ask them to chant the holy names. There's a whole Sanskrit, I don't know, remembering. Just Nam, Bhagwan Nam. But could you be more specific? Which name? And then Brahma says, Om. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti shodashakam namnam kali kalmashanashanam nataha parataro upayaha sarva vedeshu drishyate. Like that, Brahma said, this mantra, this should be chanted. And Kali Kalmashanashanam, this, all the kalmashas, contaminations, flaws. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahan gunaha kirtanadeva krishnasya muktaha sangha param brajed. Shukdev Goswami also had said the same thing, but he was not again specific. He said the holy name should be chanted in the age of Kali to become free from Kalir dosha nidhe. But Brahma was very specific. He said, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He says, Nataha parataro upayaha sarva vedeshu drishyate. He says, I am knower of the Vedas, Brahma. Says, I was the first one to listen to the Vedas, Vedic knowledge, directly from the Lord. Our Lord became my guru and he instructed me. Tene Brahma Rudaya Adi Kavaye. Adi Kavi. Brahma is Adi Kavi, original poet or Kavi. Kavi also meaning learned. I'm the original because I was the first one to hear. So I could say I am authority. Sarva Vedeshu Drishya, in throughout the Vedas, there is nothing better to be had in this age of Kali as a recommendation or names to be chanted, and those recommended names are Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then Vrishabdev also instructed 100 sons. They also are now in the role of disciples also. And tapo divyam putrakaiḥ. Tapo divyam putraka. My dear sons, you should do tapasya. Yashma shuddhet brahma saukhyam tum anantam. This tapasya will purify you. Okay, time is up. I should be stopping. So tapasya will purify you, or it's not you, anybody undergoing tapasya, what happens? Purification is there. And in fact, this instruction which Vrishabdev is delivering unto his sons, the same instruction. In fact, this is the first instruction Lord had given to Brahma. When there was just, in the world, there was only Lord and Brahma. What I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm given birth, but now what next? And then he had heard, and he puts that together, tapa, tapa, tapa. And he got it, I got it, tapa, tapa, tapa. In fact, that was the first instruction. And similar instruction. Now, Vrishabdev is giving to his sons, and as we are also his sons, that instruction is also for us, and like that. Chanting of Hare Krishna is also, that was instruction to Narad Muni, but then that is meant for all of us. So, and that also we've kind of found out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yeah, this is what my spiritual master, Guru More Murkha Dekhi, said, you are a fool. And he gave me instruction. What Hare Namaiva Kevalam? We just chant Hare Krishna. You are good for nothing. Just chant Hare Krishna. Well, during Prabhupada days, of course, it has to be during Prabhupada days. After his successful propagation of Krishna consciousness all over the world, as he had returned. And anyway, I'll not make a story like that. That is what takes time. Story like. Yeah, so he was meeting one of his god brother, and his god brother said, SwamiMaharaj, I think that's how they used to address Prabhupada. SwamiMaharaj, you went to the West, or you were sent to the West, or you were instructed to go to the West, but there are other disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati also were sent or asked to go to the West. And then them and you both knew English, both of you knew philosophy, etc. So many things were in common. But how come you became amazingly successful while they kind of miserably failed? What's the difference? What's the difference? And same, Prabhupada's god brother answer, and he said, the kind of implicit faith that you had in the instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, or you could add on and say, I don't know what else he had said, faith factor, or even the faith in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction that the holy name will reach every town, every village. You had that faith like that. But others, maybe, yes, some faith, but not as much as you had that faith. Hence, they did not become as much successful as you did. What's the difference? Yeah, faith or this gauraveṇa. Yeah, the deference or submissively following the instructions with full faith. So Prabhupada has said the translation, but that's the verse. Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guro tasyaite kathita hi artha prakashante mahatmanaha. Faith in spiritual master, well, faith in the Lord, yasya deve. Faith in who? Deve. Who is Deva? Or Adi Deve, original, Supreme Personality of God. Yasya Deve Para Bhakti. Let's talk of bhakti or devotion or devotional service unto the Supreme Lord. Yatha deve yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve. Okay, yatha deve tatha guro. Yatha tatha. Yatha tatha. As much you have faith in the Lord, that much faith also in spiritual master or in instructions of the spiritual master, then prakashante mahatmana, then things are revealed unto you, the truth is revealed unto you, or Krishna reveals unto such person. Krishna consciousness. Divya Jnān Hridaya Prakāśita. We sing every day. Divya Jnān Prakāśita. So, here, dimension is added. The verse was talking of instruction, faith in spiritual master or faith in Father's instructions, but as well as faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead and spiritual master. Then it's complete, and then wonderful results. Whole Krishna consciousness is revealed only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both Lord and the spiritual master, are imports of the Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Hari. Anyway. So anyway, should I go on or? Srila Prabhupada was not well in 77. As a result, in fact, in 77 Mayapur festival, Prabhupada did not give Bhagavatam classes. Kind of disappointed. What to do? It was not possible for. And then that continued. That's year 77 was not good for health of Srila Prabhupada. So, anyway, I'll just cut the long story short, as they say. So Prabhupada was in Bombay and lying on his bed, and we used to chant for Prabhupada. He always encouraged or even insisted that there is always either Hari Kirtan or Hari Katha recited for him. So we would sit. So one time there was my turn, and I was sitting on the floor, chanting with a small, tiny karta, very tiny karta. And of course no mridanga, nothing. And I was singing for Srila Prabhupada. And after a while I kind of stopped and asked Prabhupada, is there anything more that we should be doing, or we could, or should, but did not do, that we should do? Please tell us what more we should do. And Prabhupada simply responded, just chant Hare Krishna. Just chant Hare Krishna. But there was a pause, and he added, said, Arana kāryā mani āṣā. You understand that? We sing every day. So he said just that much. Arana kāryā mani āṣā. So we should have no other will or desire or ambition other than the wish of the will of the spiritual master. We should be just executing the will of the spiritual master, the command of the spiritual master. Arana kāryā mani āṣā. Well, he said this in 77. This is now 2026. How many? That's 55? 49. Okay, 49 years. For him to say that took maybe 4 seconds. He said in 4 seconds. But the way he said, and well, kind of impression that left upon me is here with me forever. And should be also with you, as I said. Are you ready for that? So today is also Disappearance Day of Gaur Kishore Das, what I'm saying, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Gauraveṇa bhūmestvam nirdeshta sajjana priya Vaishnava sarvabhauma Sri Jagannāthāya te namaha. Is known for Gaur Avirbhava Bhumi, Gaur Yogapīt, refers to Yogapīt, Gaur Avirbhava, where Lord appeared, that Bhumi, that exact location, Nirdeshta, he indicated, he pointed out, this is it, here. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it became clear to him, who was the Saptam Goswami for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, or Goswami, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, and 1 or Saptam, 7th Goswami for Navadvip, Mayapur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was searching and revealing a lot of places of pastimes, and places of pastimes. So, to begin with, even where did Lord Gauranga appeared on the Gaur Purnima day on 1486, even that was not clear. And reason being also, after departure of the Lord, Gauranga departed for his own abode. This whole Navadvip was flooded. The flood lasted for 150 years like that. You know, when there is just a flood caused by Ganga river, what kind of a devastation that takes place here. And that lasts for just for a few days, but here, for almost few hundred years, there was a pralaya here, devastation. Anyway, as a result, different locations were not, obviously not known. So, with the help of Jagannath Babaji, did I say right? Maharaj, who was very elderly, he lived for, one account says, he lived for 144 years and departed in 1895. Just one year before Prabhupada appeared, or Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj disappeared, and Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, what happened? Are you hearing? I thought you would fill in the blanks. So, being so elderly, old and frail, even after age 100, his body became kind of curved, not straight but curved, bent, and his eyes kind of drooling. So they used to help him to lift the eyelids, then he would see. So he was in that condition, and his assistant, Bihari Lal, he was stout and strong. He would carry Jagannath Das Babaji around. He was not in a position to walk around, what to speak of, run around. But they do say, whenever there's a kirtan, he used to jump. And that is what happened when this, what is the name? Bihari Lal, carrying in a basket, and Jagannath Das Babaji is sitting in the basket, going here and there, Now the task was to detect the appearance place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyway, there's something else, but there are water detectors. Undercurrent in the earth, water flows, streams are there. Anyway, in the villages, when the farmers have to dig well, they take the help of such knowledgeable water detectors. And they take him around their property or their land, and then as this person walks around, he says, here. Dig your well here. And they do, and the water, it's like that. They detect the water. He was detecting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace. So as he arrived, he was being carried, arrived, already Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashaya had noted that there's a big Tulsi garden in the area. So he was already suspecting, possibly this could be the birthplace. But then he wanted to make sure and get it confirmed from his spiritual master. He was such a Siddha Purush, enlightened, and he was a Rasik Vaishnava, He was Vaishnava Sarvabhauma. He was a leading Vaishnava of those days. So as Bihari Lal arrived at the spot, and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj could feel the way he felt, and he started jumping. Go! Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur put the stamp of approval. Okay. Done deal. Deal is done. So, that is how much I think we should say about Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.